the doctors will use what's called a tilt table. Now imagine this is a tilt table. Ellie will lay flat on the table in her braces, and then over time, they'll increase that incline gradually, little by little, to strengthen her muscles until she is standing straight up and down.
So put your finger up like that.
Okay.
So most importantly, have a strong finger. You go like this. Look at that. You got it, see?
Oh
Keep
my
it solid.
gosh, I'm doing
Look.
it. According to Olmsted County, property taxes have gone up over the last 6 years. Heather's landlords have seen an increase of more than $5,000. The ends of the banana are now rock solid. They are so frozen that it's like a hammer. You can kind of hear that there too. Look at it, it's even chipping off the front. That's how cold it is. And they're all diverting this traffic you see here from this westbound lane. They're all taking them off on the Iota exit and they're diverting them to another route. I want to show you a look at these roads. They are not good. They are even worse than when I tried to drive to work this morning, probably about 4 hours ago. Here is just a sample ballot. This is actually the district that I live in. I printed this off online. You can find that on our website, KAALTV.com.
And these ice sculptures have finally taken form here at Socialize 2019. That opens this afternoon at 4 p.m., but I'm going to give you a preview on what you can expect when you get here this weekend coming up. Weather First is in 2 minutes.
She's just an Iowa girl. I mean, you know, you can't not like her. She's an Iowa girl.
After a busy day in Clarksville, Maddie Poppy's hometown honored her with a parade through downtown.
We were excited that someone was from Iowa, and then we heard her sing, and we really hoped she would make it.
Fans like Annie Ondershek and her family flocked in from across the state and beyond.
We were jumping for joy, and then I was surprised today that we were going, so I was excited.
And these 3 students studying nearby at Wartburg College.
I think supporting someone that's so local, it makes it so much more real. Like I've said, I really enjoyed American Idol all throughout all the years, but now really knowing someone so close to home, it's really exciting.
After the parade, a caravan of cars streamed out of Clarksville, heading to the Butler County Fairgrounds, where Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds made a big announcement.
We're officially going to do a proclamation making it Maddie Poppy Day on Sunday and encouraging every single Iowan to go out there and vote for Maddie Poppy to win!
Followed by a concert on the very stage she was helping set up at the county fair less than a year ago.
It's just cool that I've had so much support from you guys that has carried me out of that spot. I remember for a long time I was the contestant who had the lowest number of followers, and now I feel like I've got the biggest following I could ever ask for.
And she thanked her Iowa community the best way she knew how, through song.
And if you see my reflection,
Go Maddie, we're rooting for you.
to the landslide brought me down.
Elise Romas, ABC 6 News. Breakable items and decorations fill our homes, and in some way, they can all be replaced. But one breakable thing in the Butts household,
There you go.
is one of a kind. We first introduced you to Ellie last June. She was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, better known as brittle bone disease.
They just said that she's the most fragile case that they've actually ever handled.
Throughout Ellie's young life, she's already experienced about 100 broken bones. Her loving family is concerned about the evolving problems with Ellie's fragile figure.
Okay, we can't do that. You break a leg.
Even a failed attempt of getting out of a chair could end in a trip to the hospital, or worse.
With the spinal stenosis, Ellie has a narrowing of her spinal canal. So if she were to jerk wrong or fall or get injured in that such of a way, it would instantly kill her.
At this point, we know it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when she's going to need a full spinal fusion. Right now, unfortunately, it's kind of us that gets time.
In patients with osteogenesis imperfecta, their bones not just brittle, but it's also relatively soft.
I caught up with Dr. Stans and Dr. Tebben to ask about the severity of Ellie's evolving condition. They've been taking care of Ellie for the majority of her young life.
The cervical spine can slowly move up into the bones of the skull itself, or it can move up into the opening at the base of the skull where the spinal cord and brain stem live.
Ellie's spinal specialist in Delaware also says if her spine is squeezed too much, she could even become a quadriplegic, which is why she now wears that neck brace to slow those potentially life-altering effects.
Most of the spine surgeries that we do for deformity affect growth. And so we like to get as much growth as reasonably possible before doing surgery. I mean, Ellie's not there yet, and we're trying to delay that as long as possible, but there's a high likelihood that that's in her future sometime.
Ellie's continuously getting treatment to strengthen her bones as she grows.
So the medication she takes for her bones is an infusion every 3 months for the first 2 years of life, and then after she's 2, it'll change to once every 6 months. Are there better treatments? And there are ongoing clinical trials. Ellie doesn't qualify for any of those potential trials at this point. When she's a bit older, she may, and I anticipate in the future we'll have better treatments.
But with as many physical complications that could keep this little girl from walking, she's found other ways to get around.
Hi. Hi, Bailey.
Ellie has multiple wheelchairs, including this one imported all the way from Europe.
I like to see her independence, too, is my favorite thing. And we don't want to set limits on her. We pat it, and we pat it. We roll it. She's so small, but she's able to do a lot of things.
What helps you guys get through everything from the day to day?
Hearing her laugh.
When I get to come home and I get to see her sitting in front of the door in her wheelchair, waving at me and just smiling, making me so happy.
Even on her bad days, she always puts a smile on my face. Turns a bad day into a good one.
And in the Butts household, where you'll find many things made of glass, there's really only one precious thing that's absolutely irreplaceable.